It's time for some education. Let's take a look at the reasons why you eat. We have hunger, social occasions, fun and novelty. This is, for example, when you go into a new restaurant or on vacation. Habit. You eat because it's lunchtime, because there's a tray of muffin in your kitchen, you just walk around and take one, because you are going to a cinema, and when you're going to a cinema, you eat popcorn. Then we have cravings. I like to think about cravings like you want to eat something for fun, but you feel guilty about it, so you call it a craving so that it's like more justified. And then the big one, emotional eating. I'm bored, I eat. I'm stressed, I eat. I'm feeling guilty about how much I ate, I eat. Now let's take a look how this kind of pans out when you go on a diet. Let's say I have a diet, I'm allowed to eat 1800 calories per day. What is going to happen to my reasons why I ate in the first place? So, hunger. Well, am I still gonna eat for hunger? Maybe, probably not, because all of us know that when you are on a diet, it's normal to feel hungry, at least a little bit, right? So, diet culture actually kind of trains this attitude to disregard your hunger and your physical hunger cues. So we can cross that out. I personally also had the narrative that if I just eat the way that my body is telling me to, I will end up fat, because this is how I ended up fat in the first place, right? So I would disregard my body signals even more. Social occasions on a diet, going on a party, eating cake, come on. We can leave that out for a couple of weeks. Same with fun and novelty. Don't plan a diet when you go on a vacation. Habit? Of course, we are having our meal plan. We have our time schedule. We have to eat at designated times. Nobody cares how you feel. It's all about the regime. So habit stays. Cravings? Well, if you want to eat something really badly, you can have it as long as it fits into your 1800 calories. So cravings are a-okay if you manage them. And emotions might as well just not be here whatsoever, because no diet talks about them. No diet talks about like how to actually handle emotional eating. It just tells you don't eat, stick to your 1800 calories. So they are kind of like not there, but they are still there and they're gonna fuck you up. Now, the problem is that you're going to get hungry, your friends are going to invite you out, and at some point you are going to go on that vacation, or they're going to have like some super nice new type of chocolate that you really want to try out at your local supermarket. So, what happens to these three is that over time they grow. And the more you avoid them, the more they grow. This kind of leads you to the situation when by week 3, 4, 5 of the diet, you are counting the days until you are off the diet again. This is my artwork. You're dreaming about pizza. Does that sound sustainable to you? Probably not too much. This is, by the way, the reason that this number of calories has to be usually so drastic, because if you are only able to stick to this for a couple of weeks, you better be very aggressive with your deficit. Otherwise, you will not lose any significant amount of weight for the amount of effort that you are putting into your diet. And the most insidious bit, the more stressed you are, the more your emotions are fucking you over. You are really hungry, so that's is stressful for your body in and of itself. You are going to be irritated, you are going to be tired, you are going to be snappy, you are going to be upset. God forbid you break the diet, then you're going to be guilty and probably also going to be ashamed of yourself. And it may start out slowly, but as the diet progresses, your emotions go like and they kind of build on top of each other, and then they grow exponentially, and then like you are going to binge or you're going to break the diet. It's not a good time. Let's take a look at how to do this better. With the unheavy approach, we are also creating a calorie deficit. I am not going to tell you how big it's going to be because it differs from person to person. But I will tell you what is the principle behind this calorie deficit. With the unheavy way, if you are hungry, you eat. And you focus on foods that are going to actually satisfy you and that are going to keep you full for longer. You can also have a cake at your friend's birthday party or have that ice cream on your vacation. And if you really want that chocolate, have some, no problem. What we are really cracking down on is these two, your habits and your emotions. Because believe it or not, emotions are actually a big reason why people overeat at parties, especially if it's a party where you're not feeling particularly comfortable and you are looking for a way to distance yourself from whatever is happening there. Emotions can also influence the size of your cravings, especially if you are forbidding yourself from eating certain food and then you want to rebel. And habit, ask yourself, how often have you eaten when you were not actually hungry? You didn't even want the food that much. It was just time to eat. Or you get full during lunch, but there's something still on your plate and you have a habit of finishing it. Let's work with that. There are plenty of calories to get rid of there. So let's examine our habits and get rid of the unhelpful ones. Unheavy weight also gives you a better way to deal with your emotions, because if hunger is not the problem, then food is not usually a very good solution. I would actually describe emotional eating as sort of having this urge to eat. And imagine if you could just lose this whenever you're not hungry. Wouldn't losing weight be so much easier? And the best part of this is it is sustainable in the long run. And I don't mean just a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. This stuff can last you until the end of your days. So even if the calorie deficit is really small, as long as it's there, you will reach your goal. So give it a go.